busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am back, barely, okay? With another Real Housewives of Potomac recap and review. Yeah, y'all should have gotten this yesterday, but I kind of found a hard ties, so I decided not to give it to y'all. But we here now. So, y'all don't mind the back. You know, I'm getting ready for Christmas and for Kwanzaa. For Thanksgiving, my family's coming. So we start off with Wendy. She's talking about Jamal and did you got a tummy tuck? Did you keep him in? You got a Brazilian butt lift? Did you keep him in? You got new boobs? Did you keep him in? You got your neck done? Did you keep your man? She's basically just going after Giselle, saying, "Look, girl, I got my body because I had 3 kids. Okay, my boobs was sagging, my butt was a little flat. Who was it? Was it Ashley who was like, you had to get your booty? Why did you have to get? No, it was Mia. Why did you have the nerve?" It was Mia, the nerve of her. Why did you have to get your butt done if you had 3 kids? Girl, because it was sitting low. I'd be sitting and breastfeeding. So basically Andy asked, so Wendy, and I want to know the answer to this question too. Why did you go after Giselle and Robin when Ashley's the one who brought her breast milk down to give you the news and hip hop right back to Alexandria? And she was saying, well, she said she got it from Giselle. So I wanted to go to Giselle and Robin. But it seemed like you went more after Robin. Here she go. I went after Robin because you sent me a text message on July the 3rd. This lady printed out. I mean, I guess she's a professor, so she would know where to go. Wendy, girl, this was not it. This was not it. And it wasn't a good look for you. So she printed out the text message. It didn't prove anything. She knew about it. She said, okay, I talked to you about that, but I thought that it was fake anyway. So I was just telling you, girl, all about the tea is trash. They're liars. They can never get it right. Somebody, the band, that lady, unmasked the avatar. And she was saying, yeah, but then when we got there, you trying to act like you didn't know what was going on. I don't know if I'm the only person who's getting it. Well, I think Andy got it too because he said it was a bad game of telephone. She already talked to you in January about the thing. We now in March. So you come in after having a conversation with Ashley. Rob is drunk, fingering herself after all of that, what was it, rum or the whiskey or whatever they had. You come in here angry. So Robin's like, girl, what happened? What did Ashley tell you? You know exactly what... Girl, I thought it was a new rumor that you came in to talk about because I had already talked to you about that one in January. It's March. And we had already dismissed that in January. Now it's March. Girl, I thought it was a new one. No, you need to, Wendy, I can't be on your side in this one. I'm sorry. I just can't be you could have blown it up and put it in a binder. I just can't be on your side. After that, what they say? She said they was talking about all about the tea, how bad she is. She's trash. She's a liar. All of her stuff is salacious. She never has the real news. Robin said, look, let me tell you something. I don't lie. And y'all heard Karen? She was like, yeah, she does. Yeah, she do. She be lying. She be lying. But yeah, I ain't heard that from me. Giselle was like, why? They asked Giselle, why didn't you just go straight to Wendy? She said, look, she was being aggressive, combative, niggerish. You know, I didn't want to have to deal with that. So I thought, you know, and we didn't believe it. Let's just see if anybody else feels the same exact way. No, I was defensive because it was about my baby. Now, Wendy, you shouldn't have took on the defensive part, but we're going to go with it. You were talking about my body. Yeah, we were asking if your body had anything to do with that. Andy said, look, okay, so say she came straight to you. That still would have just been on television. What would have been different? Well, if she would have came to me, then I would have been able to give her none of the space that she needed to. I don't know, Wendy. I don't know. Mia said, well, if it's not true, why are you mad? She was like, I'm mad because they're sitting up here lying, but it's not true. Yeah, but they don't need to be talking about my husband. You just wouldn't be, and I hate people who say this. If you are lying to me or lying on me, I'm gonna be mad because that's not true. It's some things you could just be like, "Girl, yeah, now you know, okay." And then other things is like, why are you saying this? Don't have somebody come and bop you, okay? So Andy asks Wendy, does she think? Why do you think you're above reproach? We're on a reality television show. Everybody else has to tell their truth. Why do you think you're not going to be able to tell yours? As he asks Wendy this question, why Body Ashley comes in. Yes, because we're just saying, everything is fair game. And if we think that it's a part of the conversation that's really going to help us and move things forward, then we're going to have to bring it up. We should just say it. First of all, girl, nobody asked you anything. Like, why is Ashley here? She could have got off the stage with a scholar. Thank you, a scholar. Thank you, Ashley. So after that, Wendy said, look, I'm just upset because the same blog that made up tons of stuff about calling Giselle saying she has an STD, saying that this person cheated on this person got a butt lift, Karen is paying all the bills, all of those lies, y'all brought mine up, and that's what my only issue is. If we're gonna talk about that lying all about the T's lying blog, then or not talk about them, then don't bring my husband up. That's all I'm saying. So they said, look, we Giselle was like, look, I would have talked to you one-on-one, but we hadn't spoke at that time. We weren't speaking. I mean, we spoke. You called me. I called you. Yes. I called you once. Yes. That's when we talked about all of this. We talked about a lot of things. Yeah, we talked about a lot of things. I looked at my phone records. Wendy, girl, this just was it. Just this one. You could have put that. You actually could have put that on the big board too. These are my phone records. Okay. I called you one time. We talked for 1 minute. Okay. Andy. Now, Andy, I thought you was wrong because what she was trying to refute is not about the glitz and glam. I do think she could have put it on the poster board because he was like, we're coming from the binder to loose these these post-its are not gonna do it, girl. You just might as well sit down. He was missing the point. How do we talk about a lot of things and we talk for 1 minute? Oh, you don't know me, baby girl, and you don't know me either, baby girl. 1 minute, but Andy, he too possessed by. Oh, these are loose leaf papers. Oh, no binders. At least a legal pad. No post-it. Nobody even. Oh God. Okay, Wendy. Sorry, this is not it. He's more impressed by that. That's how he knows it's the truth. Y'all just being so unfair to Wendy. But Wendy also, girl. I would have believed you if you said that you called her once for 1 minute. I would have believed you. You could have just passed the phone around. To be honest, I'm just saying. What you could have said to paper. We would have believed you. Nobody talking to Giselle like that. Not even Jamal. Anyway, so after that, we go to, does anybody have any apologies? And Ashley said, you know what? I do. I apologize that me bringing up or shaming you for embracing who you are. I should have never have done that. And I apologize. And everybody else was like, okay, girl, keep it going. After that, we come back. Ashley's hair is a mess. Wendy's trying to tell her, girl, your hair look raggedy. But Ashley's like, yeah, but it don't matter. I really don't have to do anything in the show. I didn't do anything all season, but bring your mess up. And my husband not even here. So it's okay. It just sticks up like that. Postpartum, pregnancy, breastfeeding, mommy shame. Those are the things she liked to say back. So after that, we get to Robin's story. She was going through depression, her marrying Juan. And Andy says, well, why? It seemed like it was very hard for you to say depression or realize you were in depression. And she was saying, well, I'm normally a strong woman. So going through a situation like this was really hard because I didn't want to feel like I was weak. And I know a lot of people who are like that. Like, I don't want to come off as weak, and saying I'm depressed or I can't handle it is a sign of weakness. There was something, well, Juan didn't help at all. And she's like, well, Juan is normally used to me being the man of the in a relationship. So it was hard for him as well. We got to give him grace as well. He said it was painful seeing that you passed up all of those deals. Everybody wanted those embezzlement hats. It was you was into Ross, Claire's, H&M. It was very hard. She said something about the business. She didn't pack enough boxes during that scene. She thought a scholar was gonna pack more, but she didn't. And her sons, they wasn't helping. Juan wasn't helping. They got the building, but they didn't bring the boxes to the building. So it was a lot of work that they had to do, and she didn't do it. After that, they say, are you getting married next year? Yes. Oh, okay. Well, who else thinks she's getting married next year? I mean, if she says she getting married, then, I mean, I guess the girl getting married. Okay, girl. Well, okay. Well, we'll keep. Michael seems to think that you're not going to be getting married at any point. Okay, and they just needed to be like, Michael wants Juan. Okay, and he doesn't want it to happen, so that's why he says that. Moving on, they said it was really hard to see the fight at the end about the children, and she was like, first of all, let me tell you something. He drove off, but then he also drove back. Okay, which I don't understand why they didn't bring any merchandise. They already saw the place. I didn't understand why, if he drove back, why the cameras didn't get it. I didn't understand that. Didn't they drive two separate cars? Like, what did he come back to do? She had her own vehicle because he said her car was dirt. Like, why did he come back? I guess they talked. Either way, she said she's gonna keep reminding him that you the daddy and you need to be a daddy the whole time this time. Okay, I'm not Ashley Darby. And I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk down about you when we get there. So after that, she says that she's just waiting. She wants a girl, and she's shooting up the club. There, she's not doing a pullout. They're trying. She says she has to 43. She's 42. Time's a ticking. I don't think we're gonna get a baby. If so, they told her not to do doggy style because that's how you get boys, apparently. After that, we get a break. Andy goes to see Nicki Minaj. He says they've been shooting for hours. It's a little ragged. Is there anyone you feel why a scholar couldn't see Nicki Minaj? That's really unfair. Anyway, anyone that you're gonna be hard on, y'all are y'all gonna drag Nicki Minaj for saying she brought her breast milk all the way down? Are y'all gonna get on the Nicki Minaj? Because y'all say Candace, that's too much. She's mommy, she's the mother. Why are you so focused on her lactating? Y'all gonna talk about Nicki Minaj? Because she said that the first name that came out of her mouth was Ashley, breast milk, wide body ass, Stewie Darby's Barbie Darby. I just want to know if y'all going. I just want to know if y'all gonna say something about it. But we'll wait. We'll wait. After that, she did say, I want to talk about Candace's music, and I hope she doesn't take it the wrong way. And if I'm getting critique, but first of all, Anita Baker already said something about me, surfacely or not, she said something. So me getting, advice from a rapper. Moving on. The husbands arrive. They say, look, Ray, you said that you and Karen, y'all still in the honeymoon phase. They said they still in the honeymoon phase. G, how are you? He said he's good. They said, which one are we getting today, Gordon or G? He said, we're not sure. Chris, he had on the Deep Space album shirt. Thank you for that. Michael and Juan aren't here. Yeah, they left at that viral door. They never came back. Okay. But anyway, she said Michael always gets sick during this time. I thought the last time he couldn't come because there was a wedding. But I digress because the other times he was there. Anyway, Dorothy calls. She said, oh, y'all bringing the house down? And he said, oh, no, excuse me. I need to speak to Dorothy. Excuse me. Gra, why you acted the fool down to that video shoot? She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. They was asking me questions and I was just, communicating back with them. And he said, well, do you think that you owe Chris an apology? Oh, no, have you apologized to Chris? She said, I have not yet in person. No, I have not. Okay, don't you think he's owed one? I guess. He could get one if he wanted one. I guess he could get one. The problem is, he said, just hang up the phone. Please hang up the phone. After that, they show a reel of the husbands. I was bored of it. G, they talked about G being experienced. He said he's this way all of the time. He said, look, if he's going to do this thing, he's going to dive all the way in. He's going to lick his tongue out at people and talk about people who are sleeping on the bus while gyrating, drinking all the drinks and saying, hey, what you got to do, guy? Ashley said, they said, look, Ashley, you got upset at G's behavior, and we're having questions about that because your husband has acted worse and you give him tons of passes. He says, well, Juan is never really, what did she say? My husband has never been sexually divert. Girl, he say he wants to suck Juan's dick. I think that's a little explicit. And then the nerve. The nerve. So Karen was like, well, I knew that G was flirting, so I didn't think anything that he was doing. I thought everything he was doing was harmless. Then Giselle was like, well, the difference is Michael, he's never really done anything that was like too risque. And I felt like coming on to another wife was a lot. Thank God for the B-roll, because Giselle, you a liar, because you done brought up how disgusting Michael has been. But we'll let that rock. Y'all saw it for yourselves. Thank you so much, production. After that, G said, look, girl, I'm sorry. Okay. You done? I'm sorry, you done? You know how easy G can get that. What bus? What question? What did I say? What band? What dinner? Who am I? After that, they said, Robin, why is Juan never around? Okay. And she said, look, first of all, he not even a really good, he wasn't a good dad when he was a dad. He won't do it. He never wore his ring as a husband or was faithful as a husband. And he's not an entrepreneur. He's not a go-getter. He doesn't, dig deep and really try to reach new heights. He's a coach. And coaches have to do certain things when they're in session. Coaches just coach. On, off, travel, recruit. That's what he does. And we don't have the time like this. This is why I had to start raising the boys by myself, but I think I want to marry him again and have a child with him. After that, they talked about Chris husbandering, and he said, look, y'all made this bigger of a deal than it needed to be. I am a glorified secretary. I just make sure that the things that need to be done in Candace's life get done equally, because she has tons of things to do. It's school, singing, this show, making fun of Ashley, writing down jokes and making fun of Ashley, Twitter. It's a lot of stuff that needs to happen. And I'm just making sure everybody does their job. And they said, well, what about her helping him? He said he loves her. He never, no, what about Dorothy? He said, first of all, I love my mother-in-law. Okay, right? Okay. But I never quit a job ever in my life. Dorothy don't know nothing about any of my businesses. Okay, nowhere in my bank account or anything else. They said, what's the relationship? And he said, it's not good, but you know what? It's okay. And Kenny said, no, it's not okay. She's like, no, it's fine. No, it's not fine. You're not fine, and it's not fine. That's how I be. What you're not going to do is just try to play cake. My mother was out of line. And as my husband, you don't have to sit here and act like fake the funk, okay? Because you're not fine. And what she did was not okay. And Andy said, well, do you see a lot of your mother in you? She said, I do. And we all do. But the greatness of being able to look at her mother and be raised by her is that she can see what things she didn't like and not do those things, but also take on the things that she admires. She has a person who created generational wealth. That's something to strive and look forward to. Not just don't talk about your children. After that, they talked about Mia, and she's like, oh, Andy said, well, didn't you hit on Mia? He said, yeah, you said you was tossing salads. Wendy was too extra. Mia was like, oh, that was a lie. Oh, okay. They just let it go. They was like, but you just bold-faced, like you said, oh, that wasn't your social media. When is it the social media manager and when is it Mia? Can somebody tell us what the difference is and why we not outraged? But I digress. Mia reminds her, like, look, she says something about me. I said something about her. We kept going back and forth. Kendra's like, look, you been a fan. You and your social media manager. That's why y'all waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning, zooming in my feet so y'all can take pictures of it. With your big old feet and your big old. She said, well, you call me handsome. Wendy said, look, you also talked about my husband not looking you in the eye. not being able to look you in the eye. Why should my husband be gazing into anyone's eyes and I'm not gazing into anyone's eyes? Oh, you're insecure yourself. Girl, get another tummy tuck. Okay, she didn't say that, but that's what she wanted to say. They said, Eddie, how did you feel about the rumor? She was like, look, it wasn't true. So it didn't matter to me that they was bringing it up. It was just hurtful. They said, Giselle, do you feel bad about bringing anything to television? Giselle was like, no. I said it wasn't true, so ain't no problem here. Okay. After that, we get to Karen. She's happy that she's the Surrey County ambassador. People are excited to come. Why did Ray tell Karen to market her other essentials during the Surrey County thing? Because it was only 5 people there. She needed to practice for her press conference. But Chris was like, wait, well, hold up. How can he be a supportive husband to her, but I can't be a supportive husband to my wife? And they said, well, he's holding her down. Y'all don't know nothing about what I do or my bank account. Let me tell you something, because y'all been trying to drag me on the television show. Chris had time today. Let me tell you something. When we got together, she wanted to live in that house. And I said, look, I'll do it. I already had a house, okay? So I was paying for my house and this house. What I wasn't going to do is pay a mortgage for a investment home for her and Dot, who drags me every chance she get. So that's what we had to get something else. But y'all not going to sit here and make it seem like I don't do nothing to hold it down, okay? I could pay for every month being here if I wanted to, but I'm not. So he was mad about the double standard, and he was like, so Surrey County, you put it on the map. She was like, yes, thank you so much. That was pretty much the reunion. Andy said he needed some tequila. I know they were all confused because they was like, tequila, Coke. They bringing out the Coke. And now this is strange. Nicki Minaj came down, and you know who she got first. I'm not too excited about this part. We're gonna see how it happens. Right? She came out with drinks. He let her sit down, and she went right at it. You didn't bring your breast milk down. Y'all gonna get on Nicki Minaj? That's really what I want to know. Put it in the comments. What y'all thought about this episode? They was going really hard on Wendy. Wendy was doing too much. Thank God Candace took a break. Chris said, look, y'all not about to do me anymore on this television show. Giselle is stone as ice. Why is Ashley here in her tacky hair? And that's it. Okay, if y'all want to know more about me and everything else, I'm going to find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. You can also find me on Twitch, where this is definitely not streaming right now. You can find me on Facebook, BusyBlu. That's it. Y'all got one more video to do. I love y'all very, very, very much. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I'm about to go get busy, and you guys stay busy. Till next time.